Hello guys, so today I'm your reporter again. It's just not obvious. Yeah, I didn't change my clothes yet. So today is the chapter 2 of our discussion, and we are going to talk about preparing toward an entrepreneurial journey. So first in our slide is converting ideas into reality. Wow. Just in the title, we already know what it's all about. So let's tackle more and read it. An entrepreneur converts business ideas into reality through a systematic process of research, planning, and execution. Key steps include clarifying the idea, conducting through market research to validate it, and developing a comprehensive business plan that outline goals, target audience, and financial strategy. The entrepreneur then secures funding, builds a strong team, and focuses on execution while remaining adaptable, feedback, and market changing to grow the business. So today we are going to tackle how to convert your ideas into reality when it comes to holding a business. So let's say for example, the innovation in our last topic, we can also learn here how to turn it into reality, how to adopt it, and how to adapt on trends. So in business or in entrepreneurship, you should not just be good in thinking about new ideas. You should also know how to execute it and turn it into reality, because it's the only way for it to be successful. Of course, you can't just imagine it. You need to turn it into reality in order to succeed. Do we get it? Okay, next slide. So number 1 is ideation and validation. Clarify your idea, define the problem you are solving, and your unique solution. Conduct market research, analyze your target audience, competitors, and industry trends to validate that your idea has potential. Next is refine your value, position clearly, articulate what makes your business special and how it will generate revenue. Of course, every business has its own problem. So if your business has faced its problem, you should always be ready and have a unique idea in facing it. Of course, you can't just rely on other businesses' way of solving their own problem or ideas, because you have your own business, you have your own line of business, so you must be unique. Your product should not just be the only one that's unique. You should always be the one itself unique, not just in innovating a product, but also in thinking and solutioning your problem. So next is planning. Write a business plan. This serves as a roadmap for your business, including your goals, financial projections, and marketing strategy. Next is establish a financial plan. Determine how you will finance the business, whether through personal savings, loans, or investors. Next is set clear goals. Define both short-term and long-term objectives to keep you and your team focused. Of course, once again, when you're going to create a business, one of the most important steps that you should do is planning. You should list all the things that you're going to do in your business. Planning is really important because it's the only way that you can track what you are going to do, and this is the only way that you will be guided in what you are going to do to reach your goal. Planning is a must, because if you have plans, you know what you are going to do in every step of the way. Plan will lead you to your success and into your goal. So planning is a must when it comes to business and in entrepreneurial industry. The third is execution and growth. secure funding, obtain the necessary capital to launch and operate your business, build a strong team, hire talented individuals who share your vision. So of course, when it comes to operating your business, you must hire employees that are really competitive, just like you. Because the only way to grow your business is to have a competitive owner, competitive employee, and a competitive plan. So if you're going to hire an employee, you should get those employees who are competitive and willing to do their job perfectly and willing to do their best for the success of the company. Because it is your number one common goal as an employee and owner of the business, reaching your goal and success as a company. Next is focus on execution, bring your plan to life, build your product, and develop your online preference. Just like what I told you a while ago, you should know how to turn your plan into reality. Execute it well, follow it well, and you will not lose on track. Because planning will also help you in detecting future problems that you might face in your business. It will be your guide. Next is be adaptable. Be prepared to change your strategy based on market conditions and feedback. Network, build a strong network of people who can offer support and advice. We also discussed this in our last topic, being flexible. It is always a must and really important when it comes to running a business. You should always be flexible because you will never know what problems you are going to face. You will never know if the trend will change. So be flexible and be adaptable. Be ready in changes, and if you are always ready in adapting and innovating your products when it comes to this kind of problems, then you can never go wrong. So do your best, adapt, and read your own business plan to secure your future, to see future problems that you might encounter. And next is, I already read this a while ago, network, build a strong network of people who can offer support and advice. You should always surround yourself with people who are going to support your business. Let's say, for example, if you have a friend that also an owner of a business shop, or if you have people, or if you know people who have business or business-minded, surround yourself with those kind of people, because the only way for you to succeed is also surrounding yourself with people with same interest and goal in life. Next, creativity of entrepreneurship. Creativity in entrepreneurship is the ability to generate novel and valuable ideas, identify new opportunities, and solve problems in innovative ways to create value and competitive edge. It's crucial for an entrepreneur's success as it drives the development of unique products, service, and processes, and allows for unique products, services, and processes, and allows for adaptability. A changing market. Creativity is the foundation for innovation, which is implementation of those creative ideas. It is already written and it's already obvious just by the title, Creativity of Entrepreneurship. You should always be creative, especially when thinking about innovating or creating a product, because it is one of the best market when it comes to getting your consumers. You can get your consumers' trust by showing your marketing strategies, whether it's in the internet, new technologies, because social media also is one of the best tool in using in marketing already. So you should have a creative mind as an entrepreneur, be able for you to execute your idea well and show your product and market it well. Next in our topic is innovation in entrepreneurship. Innovation in entrepreneurship is the practice of creating or improve business ideas to generate profit, achieve company goals, and provide community value It involves identifying the opportunities and turning them into profitable ventures through new products and services, processes, or business models. This process helps businesses gain competitive advantage, solve problems, and can lead to significant economic growth and job creation. So, innovation and entrepreneurship. Let me just read it all at once, and then let me just explain it, because the things or and topics that are put in here has same meaning, and it is connected to each other, and you will be able to easily understand it more if I just read it first and then explain it. So, how innovation drives entrepreneurship. First is creating new value. Entrepreneurs use innovation to develop new products and services or significantly improve existing ones and providing new value to customers. Next is gaining a competitive advantage by staying ahead of market trends and addressing customers' pain points, innovative business, and outperform competitors. Next is improving efficiency. Innovation can be applied to processes to make them faster, more efficient, or more customer friendly, who can improve profitability. Next is solving problems. Innovations allow entrepreneurs to tackle problems by finding new solutions that address user needs and market gaps. Next is building new industries. Entrepreneurship can drive innovation by creating entirely new product services or business models that disrupt existing markets and create new industries. Next is key aspects of innovation in entrepreneurship. Human-centered designs. Successful innovation considers customers' needs, ensuring the product or service is desirable to consumers, feasible to create, and valuable for long-term sustainability. Next is continuous improvement. Even after achieving a basic level of innovation, continuous improvement is necessary to stay competitive and relevant in the dynamic market. Next is risk management. Entrepreneurs must balance risk by focusing on creating something new and valuable, but also ensuring it is feasible and viable. So innovation in entrepreneurship, it is really important for you to always have new ideas when it comes to your business. Or you can also innovate a existing business already and improve it and make it more competitive in the new industry. Because, just like what I said a while ago, trends tends to change rapidly, especially when it comes to years, months, and even days. It changes and it changes, and it's really important for you to innovate new products or innovate your existing product and able for you to make it feasible in this industry. And it's really important that you should be competitive and you are really good in innovating, because in this industry it is all about being strong and putting innovative value and characteristic in your company, enable for it to be competitive in the other markets and sustain the innovative characteristic of your company. And also, innovation is one of the key factor and soul of your business, because in innovation, you will be able to have and create new ideas, enable for you to improve your company. So innovation is always important, not just in entrepreneurship, but in all forms of industry. Next is the 3 O's of entrepreneurship. The 3 O's are a framework for entrepreneurship. Opportunity seeking is the first O. Involves identifying potential business ideas from market needs or changes. So of course, let me just give an example for you to understand it easily. Let's say, for example, you are living in Boracay. So you have a lot beside the beach. So you should seek if what kind of ideas or what kind of innovation or product or business you are going to put there enable for it to be successful. You should seek if it is profitable and viable and feasible, and if, and most importantly, if people in Boracay or tourists in Boracay will love that kind of business and support that business. Next in the 3 O's is opportunity screening. Opportunity screening is the process of evaluating these ideas based on criteria like revenue, risk, and feasibility. Just like what I told you a while ago, opportunity seeking. Of course, if you seek for a opportunity, let's say for example, you're already done seeking the business, so it's already for you to move on to the second step of the O. You should screen if it is feasible, if it is workable in the area, and is it is this kind of business or will last for a long period of time? Will it work beside the beach? Will it work in Boracay? So let's say for example, your business there will be food or a bar, food or bar, or food or and refreshment. So it would work because Boracay is known for its nightlife, and Boracay is a beach. Of course, the tourist number one priority, and the first thing that they're going to look is of course food. So you should always also screen, aside from seeking if it is workable, you should also see to it and screen it if it is workable and it is feasible. Next is opportunity seizing, the action of moving forward with chosen opportunity by creating a business plan, developing a prototype, and launching a venture. Of course, planning is really important. You should make a prototype and you should make a list of plan enable for you to manage or see if there's see and prepare yourself if there will be a future problems that you might face. At least you will be ready if you have this plan. And of course, you should also create a prototype enable for you to see if it could work. Let's say for example, a miniature of your building or a prototype of your food product, your drinks. Of course, you should also have a food tasting enable for your guests or visitors to suggest if there should be an improvement or if there will be a things that they can add, or is it okay already. Of course, you should invite those friends of yours from the business industry, or if you have if you know some people in the same business, or if you know people who are particularly knowledgeable about this kind of business, you can invite them and show them or share to them your prototype, and able for you to know if you can seize this plan already. Of course, it is your number one priority, seizing your plan. And of course, even though you're seeking for their knowledge also, you should also be competitive. Of course, in the future, they will also be your competitors. So next slide. Okay. Personal entrepreneurial competencies. Personal entrepreneurial competencies, or PECs, are the key characteristic and skills successful entrepreneurs possess to start and grow a business, such as opportunity seeking, persistence, self-confidence, and opportunity systematic planning. These competencies are often grouped into achievement planning and power clusters to help entrepreneurs identify their strengths and areas for development. So going back to our topic, the personal entrepreneurial competencies, of course, you should always be competitive as a business owner or entrepreneur. Of course, you should know your weakness and strengths, and know that what you are going to do enable for you to seize that weakness and make your strength shine and use it as a competitive characteristic of your business, enable for you to lift up your business in the industry. So this is the personal competencies. So opportunity seeking, the ability to identify new ideas, opportunities, and options for action. Next is persistence, the determination to continue despite challenges and setbacks and failures. Next is demand for efficiency and quality, a focus on doing things well and efficiently to achieve high standards. Next is commitment to work, contract, taking personal responsibility for the job and making sure it gets done. Of course, when you are going to do your job or as the business owner, of course you need to be ready on your setbacks and always do your best to meet your standards and enable for you to meet the standard and the quality service that your customer and future consumers that are looking for. Next is risk-taking, willingness to take on challenges and situations with uncertain outcomes, but with calculated approach. So just like what I said in our first topic in chapter 1, that you should always be ready to take a risk and face your risk in your business, and of course you should also calculate your approach when risking, because not all the time you will risk everything. You should also think if it is beneficial in your business. Next is planning cluster. First one is goal settling, the ability to set clear, challenging, and achievable goals. Of course, enable for you to reach that goal, you have to set plans, and you should also set your goal, because if you know clearly your goal, then you will know clearly what to do in every step of the way, enable for you to achieve that goal and achieve success in your business. Next is information seeking, actively looking for information to solve problems or understand opportunities. Of course, you should know and you should always research about this kind of things, especially when it comes to your business, or what things that are effective to use when it comes to problems that your business might encounter in the near future. Just like what I said a while ago, planning is really important and able for you to identify the problems that you are going to face in the near future. Next is systematic planning and monitoring, developing logical steps to achieve goals and keeping track of progress. Of course, just like what I said, planning is really important and able for you to monitor the things that you are going to face in the near future, not just problems, but also your achievements. Of course, if you have planned, of course, yearly, you should also prepare a goal setting enable for you to have improvements each years, because if you, just like what I said, if you have a clear vision of your goal and you have a clear goal setting, then you will be able to reach that goal and that success, because having a clear plan is really important in success. Next is power cluster, persuasion and networking, the ability to convince others and build a strong network of contacts. Yes, it's really important, especially for small businesses or small entrepreneurs. Networking or sharing your products, simply sharing your products or gaining their trust is really important, because one of the best and effective marketing is the marketing of the mouth. People sharing your positive attributes, your positive characteristics in your business. Of course, if other people share your business to their friends, to your family, of course, they will also trust you, because their family member also trusted you, or your friends also trusted you. So, networking and persuasion is really important. Next is self-confidence, a strong belief in one's own capabilities to overcome obstacles and succeed. Of course, self-confidence is really important in promoting and doing your business. If you don't have confidence and if you don't think that you're capable of doing this business, then what's the point of doing this business? So always have self-confidence as an entrepreneur, because if you have confidence, if you have trust, and if you have your will of doing best and quality and doing your best to put a quality service and product or meeting the goals or standards of your clients or future customers, then they will also trust you. So self-confidence is also one of the best characteristics you should have as a business owner or as a entrepreneur. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. That's up for our chapter 2. Thank you so much. Bye.